Hey guys. Woo cha, honey. This is crazy. Let me test to see how the volume is on this. Ah! Vete, este. Hey, chicken. Chicken bog and sweet tea. Well, we'll just say chicken. You change your name a lot, baby back ribs. Peanut. Hey, Think Trez. Hey, Bonita. Hey, a day in the life. As y'all come in, can you put if you got your notifications? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got a lot to discuss. Like I said, if you are really searching and looking for the mess, even when it's quiet, you will find that it's still there and that people are still doing foolishness. And it's unbelievable. But I've heard over the years. I remember the first time hearing from my mother's boyfriend when I was like really young, still like teenager, and the internet came out. And he used to say, friends of his used to say, if you want to solve a crime, 9 times out of 10, you can go right on to social media. This is how a lot of crimes are solved. When things go horribly wrong between individuals and somebody gets unalived or hurt really severely, you can go onto the internet and people literally put their crimes on these sites. Now, I made sure I got the link. I also had to do my due diligence too because I saw it on Kay's page, the ex-manager of Shamar's page. But I wanted to make sure that it was her who was trying to do a fundraiser to put a stop to Lynn, a physical stop. And she says this also in the GoFundMe. It's just so sad how people abuse these funding platforms. And then when people do GoFundMe's, you don't know what to believe or who to look out for because people are using it for stupidness. Because that's what I looked at this as. I understand you got mad. Yes, everyone heard in their mama when Lynn was drunk and said for somebody's child or children to be unalive. That was not called for, and I am not taking up for Starlin. He's like how I speak on a lot of the girls. Starlin, like I say, even about Shamar. Shamar can be cool with me 1 minute, and as soon as something goes not his way, he's dragging my name through the streets. Now it's free promotion, so I don't really care. But I'm just saying, so nobody's taking all inside. I don't know that man from a can of paint. I know he does get sloppy drunk and he does say inappropriate things he ain't got no business saying. But I think that this was taken too far. And if something does happen and it doesn't happen and it's associated with what Kay is trying to do, or have done to Starlin, even if it's just simply just taking him off of social media and not taking him out of this world, it's just if something happens to him, she's gonna be the first door that they knock on. And that's crazy. Hey, Toby. I thought, she had a little bit more sense than that. You know what I'm saying? You talked about how Shamar, didn't have any sense. And then now you're doing this foolishness. You're using a GoFundMe for some goofy stuff. This is goofy. Yes, it's crazy how they take advantage of the GoFundMe, CashApp, etc. The scamming fact. Yep. That's why I said, a lot of people miss talking about the GoFundMes and Cash Apps and all that, getting sidetracked a little bit, and then we'll get back on track. Yeah, you guys miss Alvo, but soon as Alvo gets out, he's just gonna, send a daily reminder of how he is going to rob your pockets with the Apple Pays and the Zelle, and I never seen him do a GoFundMe, but I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't. On these platforms, and we are regulated, but there's so many of us, and we're just abusing the system, and it's ridiculous. For little old Starlin, when all you can do that could probably hurt him the most is just ignore him. That's just taking it to me a step too far. How are you, Queens? I'm doing good, Toby. Hi, Latoya. So it's just crazy. And I didn't want to believe, I'm going to be honest with you, I did not want to believe at first that she put this up. So I had to click on the link a couple of times before it just sunk in that, yeah, Kay put this GoFundMe. And not only did it sink in after a couple of times looking at all of what she did, I also went and searched for who created the GoFundMe, and she has a nerve to have her government name on the GoFundMe. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙 and it will be nice. People, they are taking advantage of. Sad but so true. Yep. So anyways, I'm gonna read what the GoFundMe says. It says put a stop to Lynn. It was created. Doesn't look to me, unless maybe she has a setup where you can't see who's donating. It was created a day ago. It was created a day ago. Usually you'll see like up at the top here where it says be the first to donate. So that means no one donated, duh. And then you'll see down here, like you can put anonymous, or if the person doesn't mind putting their name, they will put their name and it'll tell you how much the person donated. It says right here, for anyone who's saying that I'm trying to character assassinate anyone, it says 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 organizer, Fairburn, Georgia. And you can contact her and all that. You know that if she's getting this money up for the guy who promised that he would handle Starlin, she's taking some money from this GoFundMe on the front end. So she's doing this not only to get rid of Starlin, but she's trying to profit from it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said something about my kids. I'm gonna get money off this. So here's the picture of Starlin. I don't know if this is the guy who promised 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗑$It says right here, which to me is incriminating. Finally, we've been so tired of this man insulting women and children, and kids. And finally, a man stood up. He said he will handle him by force. So let's raise this money for this man to be motivated to handle Lynn. Cult 45 Vision, William. That's what they got here. And they got a picture of him. Be the first to donate. So she like I said, she organized it a day ago. This was created, it says right here, a day ago. Unbelievable. And it's so sad because there are people in the world, believe it or not, everybody's not out scamming. Some people are really struggling. They probably never even heard of the word scam, and they're going through hard times, and it's making it hard for them to be able to get the kind of help that these platforms allow people to set up for free and to get help, because of people like 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, who they want attention, and they want to do something that's considered viral so that they can be another Shamar or somebody like that. It's just crazy. Wait, it's up with them with this GoFundMe crap. I don't know. She's trying to well, I do know 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙 that he would raise money up for the guy that physically, let me make sure I'm reading this right. It says, again, it says, finally, we been so tired of this man insulting women and kids. And finally, a man stood up No, it says finally, and well, she said men, but it's supposed to say finally a man stood up. He said he will handle him by force. So let's raise the money for for this man to be motivated to handle Lynn Colt 45 Vision William. So, I feel as though if the man was doing something out the kindness of his heart because he was being a man and thought that was inappropriate for Star Lynn to be talking about women and children, he would do it for free. How about that? When did it have to always cost money to do some stupid foolishness? But nobody never looks at none of that stuff. So hey, it is what it is. But yeah, they're threatening him. They're threatening to handle him physically. I don't know why it would, take, to get to that point. I think that's real dangerous, but yeah, he rubbed the wrong people the wrong way and they're ready to handle him. And I just hope no one gets hurt. And I say this all the time. A lot of times, because I'm like I said, I will remain what I would call a boring channel holder because I'm not doing anything to jeopardize what I work so hard to build. You feel what I'm saying? Um, but I just think that is really unfortunate that, people are up here, co-signing, this BS because somebody can literally get hurt. And not only that, whoever this man is that promised to do something to Star Lynn, now what if he accomplishes that and somebody gets hurt? Nobody ever looks at that. It's just all fun and games. People have this ignorant, enslaved mentality, crabs in the barrel mentality of, oh, it's not my family, it's not us going through it, so it's not our concern. When it affects us all, not just not just the people that are going through it. I'm sorry, I'm getting all tongue tied. Um, and it's unfortunate, and it's an unfortunate situation, because to me this is ridiculous. You know, there was a person in this sector. She was a content creator. You guys know who I'm talking about. She needed it for something serious with the kid, and nobody wanted to help her. And they didn't even when she said it was for her and her kid. Single mother. Nobody wanted to help her with a GoFundMe. But then you get people like Kayla Gibbs that's putting up this crap for somebody like Starlin. If you supposed to be doing so good, you're always flashing money, Kay. Why don't you just take it out your own pocket? How much are you trying to raise for him to physically remove this dude? Man might you might be raising that money up for that man. That man may run off with the money. How about that? Because God don't like ugly and he ain't fond of beauty. By force, so what is he saying? He's gonna go and beat him up? Right. They have to do is have a petition signed. What they need to do is stay away from him. Because for him to say, because I heard it, I did hear it, and I also played it a couple of weeks ago on my live. Because I haven't really been going live consistently. Matter of fact, I took a vacation for 13 days, shy of 14 days, and I think before I took the vacation, I had let you, or after when I got back on vacation, I can't remember, but I know I played when he was drunk and Tommythegossip was yelling saying, "No, don't say that." Yeah, he just be doing too much. He's out of pocket with it. He's really out of line with that. But I don't know. It's just too much. You know. He shouldn't be saying that. But see, only one Star Lynn is hurting really at the end of the day is not you, me, or anybody else but himself. So I don't know why people are not looking at the bigger picture. He's not hurting you or me. Star Lynn is hurting himself. So, to me, that should have been deaded. He's not hurting nobody by what he's saying. He's gotta move now, and he's evicted because of the fact that he was, did something online, and I guess his alleged landlord saw it, and she's evicting him. Or somebody called his landlord, whatever how it went. Like I said, I don't keep up with the whole specifics on the drama because, I don't live for it. I work, I do this for a living, but when I log off of here, I go on about my real life. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. I don't have time for you know, I don't have time for, trying to consume my life around something I can't change. But it kind of just pissed me off when I seen this because I honestly wasn't gonna go live today actually, but then I said no, you gotta go live today. You gotta go live today anyway. So all it did was it was meant for me to come on because I had to hold my promise that I was gonna go live anyways. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't go live today, then you can say I'm full of BS too. But nah, I was pissed off, and like I said, I had to go live anyways because I've been trying to keep my word that I would at least stay on the live for at least an hour or longer if I can. And I'm gonna try to go live twice. And like I said, I'm gonna try. Yeah, but this is crazy because let me tell you something. Y'all don't have to look at the bigger picture now. You can look at it later, but you have to understand whoever she's trying to get this money up so that Starlink can be handled. What if he gets handled and he gets hurt? Do we ever think of those things, guys? No, never. It says, yes, stay away from him. Also, these people are a bunch of clowns. You already know, Toby, baby girl. Hey, chat. Hey, Peggy. I just was like, and I was thinking about having him on. You guys know this. Lynn, after he said what he said, drunk, the unaliving of somebody's kid, and I guess it was Kay's. I don't know. I don't even think it was Kay's. It was somebody else he was arguing with. Maybe he also said it to Kay too. But I said to myself, let me just say this to you. I honestly don't care whether or not I say something and name drop on my platform. I name drop on my platform when it's appropriate, and I don't get messy with it. That's why I always say so I don't so you don't get into the mess. Let me deal with the mess because this is my job. So these people are my coworkers. Let me deal with them. But I pretty much don't care either way if I mention someone who ain't doing right and they get mad and drag my name. Because for number one, they're not really mad. They're glad that I dragged their name so that they can now be relevant and get on social media and drag me, even though they know nothing about me, and they can make up lies so that they can get the clicks and the views. So if but right now SL Davis is up here because right is right, wrong's wrong. And to me, this is all clown-ish. And this is like really uncalled for. Like, come on now. Like you're doing too much. You're doing too much. There's people that really truly are out here needing GoFundMes and you're using it for stupid stuff. Stupid stuff. Lynn gets drunk and exposes his private. Yes. Deirdre. Girl, sis, somebody sent me a video of him pulling down his pants or briefs and showed his whole, you know what? Yes. But when he was on my live stream, he said that he likes to show off his body. And I remember looking at Coco's face, our girl Coco Dillon. And she was looking at first. This is when we all really didn't know him. Like, what is he doing? And I was kind of leery about him, pulling his stuff out then. because when he came on, he was drunk, but he wasn't as drunk as he gets to the point where he's at blackout mode and he's saying stuff that he really shouldn't be saying and ain't gonna remember it the next day. So I don't know. But he needs to really slow his roll. He really needs to slow his roll. Or somebody gonna mess around and bring it to him. And I'm not saying nothing like trying to be mean or nothing like that, but yeah, it's things you do and it's things that you don't do, and that's one of them and stuff, and then somebody put a bug in my ear about some other things that sometime with his behavior being the way it is right now, it makes it very easy for it to be believable. Some of the he say, she say, but I'm not into the he say, she say. That's why I never even ran with it. It says she be exposing herself out on live and be, yeah, it's just crazy. And that's why the landlord wants him to go. It's crazy. Yes, Lynn be doing too much. And he's on Biggo. Matter of fact, he's probably on Biggo right now. He's on Biggo all day now. But see, honestly, no, he's not on now, though. Honestly, I respect him going to Biggo because he can fit in there. Even though they kind of gotten strict about, what you do and what you say up on Biggo, that's the only place he's going to be able to get away with that kind of behavior. Well, I don't know about no showing his privates and all that. But the cussing, I don't think he'd get away with saying unalive and no kids, because if they hear on their algorithms, if they hear that, they automatically take the page down. You can't even show a kid in the camera on Biggo now. So I don't know how it's gonna work, but see, he's already got an account suspended already, because I started to DM him and ask him what was his Biggo ID or account so I could follow him, right? And then when it was relevant to, the people in the circus, him name dropping and mentioning names, I would record it and then do commentary to it. But what I did was I started to DM him, and then something said, nah, go back on to Biggo and see if you can just find it on your own. So I did look, and I saw the first one that he must have created, and it said suspended. And then I went and looked at a couple of videos. They didn't crop out the Biggo channel name, and then I went back on the Biggo and I put in the name that I saw up at the top corner of the Biggo, and it popped up the new Biggo account that he has. So he had a Biggo account that got suspended. So he's already been hit once already that I know of. It could have been more times, but I only seen one suspended account. So he's even on Biggo, and it's kind of hard really to get all jammed up on Biggo, because they kind of sort of let anything go. So that's how you know he's messy. So, but like I said, in a way, hey, because I know he's a character, Lynn is, just like Alvo was when I used to have his name in my mouth. But I'm prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Let SL Davis wake it up over here. They are really stars. They get on here and be looking a hot ding dirty mess, walking around like they sleep in mold and ugh. I'm trying to tell you, man, that is just crazy. You can go on his IG page and go to his lives, and it always happens in several videos. He got fired because he was in his uniform at work and exposed himself as. Wait a minute. You said he got fired at work? He exposed himself? Jeez. I don't even know what to say about that. And don't people know? And that's when you know you shouldn't drink. Don't people know if you get drunk and you show your privates to somebody, That's just as bad as being a pedo. You know what I'm saying? Some or a person who just like is a violator. When I say violator, it doesn't have to necessarily be like children, but it could be like adults. Anybody, you know? Wow, this is crazy. It's getting dangerous. Lynn could really get hurt. Yep. That's my whole point. Yep. Sis, if you interview him, he's gonna get drunk and talk crap about you. And we're supporters and we're going. No, I'm not gonna have him up. Listen, put it like this. I had no plans to have him back up here because the last interview, not it wasn't interview. Last time because I don't do interviews. I'm just I'm a vlogger and I do commentary. So I had him on my platform and I asked him questions. I'm not an Oprah Winfrey. I hate when people say interviews because we're not interviewers. I never went to school for that crap or nothing. But I'm not a journalist. But anyways, the only way that I would have Star Lynn back on here is if you guys wanted me to have him on here. Other than that, I had no plans from the last time that he was up here a few weeks ago or a week ago. So I'm not gonna have him up here no more because I don't know. I wasn't really vibing with him and what some of the stuff that he was saying, which made no sense. What he was saying, I don't know if he was showing throwing shots, but somebody that ain't got a pot to piss in or window to throw it out, can't throw no shots. So I'm not worried about it. No final answer. Okay, cool. So yeah, so this right. So I had no plans on letting him come back up here. If anything, like I said, and at this point, there's no reason for me to have him come back up here anyways, because he's gonna have an attitude because I'm gonna follow him very closely. And I'm gonna follow this mess that's going on. Hey Kay, and I'm gonna definitely talk about it. And he's gonna be pissed. And I'm not gonna have to check him because he's up on my platform thinking he's gonna disrespect me. So, it's just best for him to stay his distance. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are in your life for a reason or a season. So his was for a season. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button now. Don't come in here and hear me talking a mile a minute and you ain't even supporting. Hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. I'm taking time out my day to come and go live with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And try to update you whatever's going on with these fools. And that's the least thing that you can do is hit the like button. But yeah, Kay's doing too much. And listen, I don't take stuff personal, but I did take this personal. And I'm not going to lie. It says no SO. We have seen enough of Lynn. Yeah, I'm done with him. Hey, Coco Dylan, just talked you up. Coco, I'm going to give you the link. I need you to come up. Share link. She might be at work. I'm saying I need her to come up. She might not be able to come up, actually. Yeah, I'm kind of done with him. Like I said, the last interview that we did, not interview, I keep saying interview. It wasn't no interview. Ain't not an interview with Lynn. But I wasn't feeling him. He just, I don't know. And even the one of the other times prior to the last time he came up, I don't know. I just felt like if I let him come up like too often, and then you know what else I didn't like? He's saying to me, well, I had to get rid of some of my mods or I guess some of his supporters because they made up a lie that I was talking about him and he found out they were lying. First and foremost, why do I need to talk about you? You're not no superstar. First and foremost. And secondly, you're just content to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like his attitude is like when he links up with people, he wants to be in the bushes to make sure that they don't slip up and say something bad about him later on down the line. And if they do, he'll be ready to go in. No, boo boo. You got your peoples mixed up, because if you try to go in over here, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a problem. And I'm not gonna cuss you out and get my channel jeopardized to do that. Because see, I can put you in check and really check you without cussing and carrying on. I don't need no liquor to put you in your place. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a thing to say about anybody or be getting in nobody's case, and you a grown man getting drunk, can't handle your liquor and showing your private parts like you're a pervert. That's to me pervert behavior. And anybody that's dealing with him and he's doing this and he's getting, I heard he was been doing it, but it's getting worse. That goes to show how thirsty you are. Hey, Diva. Because that dude's got some issues. I'm sorry. Okay, you're at work. I kind of figured that, Coco. I just put it there because I thought maybe you wasn't. But then I said, when I told you to come up, I want to ask you a question. I said she's probably at work though. Yeah, so nah, I ain't thinking about him. And can't wait till somebody shows him this video. Matter of fact, I might send him the link. How about that? Ain't nobody gonna check me on how I feel. You can't check me on how I feel. If that's how I feel, ain't nothing to be checked. That's how I feel. He's out of control. And I don't care what nobody says, he's out of control. Ridiculous. Legally bomb. Hello, beautiful SL. How are you doing, sweetie? Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday. Yeah, he's a friggin' whack job. And then the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Look at the boyfriend. Look at that boyfriend that sits on that bed all day, or he's laying on that bed. If he ain't laying down, that boyfriend sitting there stuffing his face. And see, I been knew the first time I had him up on a platform that Lynn was with a white man who talks about black people. So, I kind of sort of was side-eyeing him just from that. Shoot. I ain't worrying about no Star Lynn. Star Lynn ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight with stiletto heels on in a vineyard. I'm gonna tell you, man. Yeah, he really disappoints me, man. And then and put a wine in the chat. He was talking about, and I never even caught on to this until this second right now. He was talking about Alvo being a drunk and drinking and blacking out and talking all crazy. And he does it every day himself, calling the kettle black. Boy, bye. Boy, then lost his mind. He cursed us all out for nothing. He does that to stop content. Coco, I know you read between the lines when I used to talk to you on the back end about him. Like, not really talk about him, but it was almost like are you sure of this type thing? You know what I'm saying? I was saying it without saying it. That boy is disgusting. He don't take baths. You don't even want your seasonings and none of what you're selling, Coco, to have him on it at all. I seen some of that nasty looking food, like that meatloaf he had with all that barbecue sauce or ketchup all on it. Looked like ketchup or barbecue frosting on top of some little bit of meat. I said, I ain't never seen no sorry looking meatloaf like that in my life. Yep, and I'm mad. Yep, I'm sure am mad. I know a lot of people are saying, wow, you went from 0 to 100. I sure did, because when I get in my head about what he has said on that video about you don't get, let me just say this to you, because I'm stuttering right now. You don't get the option just because you're mad at me or anybody else, or let me not even put me in it. You don't get the option just because you're mad at somebody to say that you hope their kids are unalive. You're a sick individual. And I'm not gonna blame it on liquor. That's just how you get down. Because when you're sober, you're still messy. That's so you seem uneasy. Right, exactly, Coco. Yeah, man. That's what. But but you know what? My word is my bond, and you can never take that from me, because even though I was uneasy about it, I still roll with you like I said I would. You know what I'm saying? And we talk on the back end. And so, people show how true they are to you in their actions, not by their words. Don't tell me you love me, show me you love me. That's the type of person I am. Don't say you'll bleed for me, show me you'll bleed for me, which I don't want to bleed for me, but I'm just using that as hypothetically speaking. I'm a person, put the words to action. So I was just riding with you, man. Yeah, I'm glad Coco. He lied on Coco and everyone else had us upset with Coco. Yeah, well, I'm glad she learned and she's not dealing with him no more. You can't sometimes give monkeys chances. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know. It's just really a sad shame. But I thought Kay was better than that too. But I get it. Some people I can't tell people how to feel. So, she did how she feels. This is what she wants, to happen. But I wouldn't be incriminating myself for somebody like Starlin. Because something tells me this ain't his first rodeo of starting conflict. And I'm not gonna be behind bars. Never do that again to you or myself ever. I know you won't, Coco. I know we all learned from that. I seen what he was doing, and I apologize to Coco Lynn. Is a shit. Yeah, he is. Just like when they were recording Tommythegossip and whoever that other third person was. I don't remember if it was the BB conversation and Tommythegossip and Starlin, or if it was the one when he told the lady that he hoped that her child or children were unalive. I can't remember, but it was a three-party conversation on IG, and Tommy had to tell him to chill. Like he just, I guess, basically saying, let's just have a conversation, laugh, talk. Let's not talk about what somebody said about me. Like basically Tommy was like, don't trigger me about what somebody say about me, get me all started. I don't want to hear about that. He had to tell him a couple of times to chill. Yeah, you can't if you don't want somebody to know something, you definitely won't tell no Starlin. Lynn talks. Yeah. I mean, if you gonna dog and if you're gonna dog out your significant other, you dog out anybody. That's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? If you dog who you laying with, you dog anybody out. That's a no-brainer. But yeah, I'm over it. I'm really over it and stuff. But yeah, he needs to check himself before he wrecks himself. He really does. A GoFundMe. Like you need to do all that to get rid of Lynn. That was Erica. He said that too about the son. Wow. Yeah. I be hearing Erica go on his Biggo and rub it in his face how he's getting evicted. But I don't never see her talking about no unaliving. This girl Erica is getting her back, calling police, called her rent office and warning people about him. Wow. Wow. Yeah, and that's why he got evicted. Because I saw him on Biggo today and he was at some store waiting. They was giving him boxes. And then I saw him walking down the street with the boxes so he can pack up his stuff so he can go. I'm saying to myself, as big and fat as your husband is, why wasn't he with you to go get them boxes? He got to move too. But it seems like Starlin does everything while the boyfriend sits or lays around and probably eats all day. And then when I don't know if he drinks, but I heard from my understanding that the boyfriend be saying racist slurs to black folks. And I say black folks, yes, I did say black folks because the only people that are pretty much uh you know, you know, watch Starlin for the mass majority are black. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. He must be stopped. He's just to me, he's just out of control with it. Lynn mad at Erica because she wouldn't send him money. Oh well. What, so he can get some Coke 45 beer, some Mount Liquor, and then act a fool? Please. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of turned off. I'm gonna be honest with you. The first time he came up here when he was trying to give all his credentials out, I don't care about wanting to promote his channel and all that. That's what I was trying to help him do. But like all that Cash App and all these ways that he can be funded, you know what I'm saying? It just to me was ghetto. He said he gotta find a job or get money through his platform so he can move because he don't have any real money to leave. Making threats to us and Erica and Kay's kids. Wow. Okay. Wow. Amsterdam and them 40 ounces. Oh, he drinks hard liquor too? I didn't know he was drinking hard liquor. I don't I thought that he only drank beer. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought he only drank beer. I didn't know he ooh, child. Yeah, that dude's a handful, honey. I don't know. It says that's why Kay wants something done to him. But only thing I'm saying about Kay is the way you do things, and I'm just saying, why is she doing this to incriminate herself? That's my point. Like I said, I have nothing against Kay. I did have my words to say when she openly admitted, yeah, I did take your money, Shamar, when you said this about me or wouldn't pay me, whatever was going on. And I just didn't like the fact that everybody was just taking the dude's money and then admitting to it because they knew Shamar couldn't do anything. But other than that, that's water under the bridge. But as father's putting a GoFundMe up and then say something happens to Starlin, to me, that's not smart. That's actually just looking out. That's how this whole thing started. My boy drinks vodka. Yeah, that cheap Amsterdam vodka. That's that liquor make you ignorant. I call it ignorant. Yes, that cheap liquor. No one should be supporting these grown men. They need to get up and get jobs. Right. Exactly. Who doing the GoFundMe? Um uh Kay Gibson. He started talking crap about Kay and Coco to please Tommy. And I was just gonna say that because as soon as I saw the GoFundMe, I said, um, he only switched up because he got cool with Tommy. You know what I'm saying? That's all where that came from. I watched Lynn for a while and love seeing her, but lately things been going a little wild. That's crazy. Well, anytime he's showing his privates, there's nothing really to defend at this point. If he's showing his privates, there's really nothing to defend. If people are defending him and he's at this point of showing his privates, and somebody's kid could just accidentally get in the camera and see this and be traumatized, then something's wrong with you. Lynn be doing too much. I had to start watching Lynn. Yeah, too much. The alcohol is consuming will make you act a fool. Yeah, it does. But you know what? I also realized with people, the people like Starlin who are the ones that are consuming the alcohol, they know better than we know that it's consuming them and it's causing them to act out. In some cases, people want to be like that, and they're glad that they have this substance to be able to do it. It makes them into the person they really truly want to be. Thank you, Marquita. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, I'm gonna come on here live later on too. But yeah, y'all got to make sure y'all hit that like button because I'm not gonna be wasting my time coming on live and you can't even support the channel by hitting the like button, which is free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be wearing myself thin. I'm just not gonna do that. And that's that. It has to be respected. Oh yeah, let me show you something really quickly. Hold on. Let me see if you can see on this. Okay. What do you know? 10 hours ago. Oh, he's on here with Messy
about
Dog?
Lynn on my page, talking about that video everywhere. Girl, stop watching my page, ho, with your HIV infested ass. You HIV infested patient. Get your life together, ho, and stop stalking me, ho. Bye, bitch.
Oh, I love you all. I do. Yeah, I'll make my motherfucking life.
Yeah, I'm not gonna keep that because whoever this Shamar bleeding gums, they obviously don't edit this stuff. They'll be here 1 minute and gone the next. Pages that don't. So let me see something. Look at Clue here. This is Clue. Clue cleans up well. I really didn't recognize him at first. It's a big difference. That's what it says. It's on his page. Clue has those features that he can look like a woman because he has feminine features. Matter of fact, let me follow him on here. Oh, he's on here 2 hours ago. I don't know how you looking right now. Ooh, child.
I want to love.
Well, we know that was him in the picture because he got them same
Good morning, y'all.
orange nails.
Ooh. As I say, each hour.
Oh, don't dig, please don't dig. We don't want to see that. Ooh, child.
This is the day that the Lord has made. Damn, what's wrong with my nose?
You need to use a piece of tissue. Nasty.
Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Remember, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Good morning, y'all.
Yeah, he do too much.
Hey. Good morning, Clue. Why was Lynn talking about you saying kids shouldn't be around you? Look, we ain't gonna start this Thursday morning off like that. But why would he say kids shouldn't be around me? The one thing about Clue, I don't expose myself when I get drunk and shit. Y'all see me drinking last night, and I know how to carry myself. So if anything, kids shouldn't be around Lynn. Lynn get drunk and don't even know how to carry himself. He's an old fucking drunk, a nasty ass drunk. He got alcohol. He had alcohol poison when he came out his mama pussy.
Okay, well we if I play this, I'm gonna have to edit that. Ooh, yeah. I don't mind playing it, but I'm not gonna be having all that vulgar. Clue gets himself together. He looks good. I love me some Clue. I do too, but he's cussing too much, and I don't want to have to go back in and edit that later. So I'm not doing that with him either. Make sure y'all hitting the like button, Yeah, but Clue, he looked really good. He sure did. Holler, I was expecting this coming out. Yeah, because just last week, him and Starlin were friends because I saw them on Biggo talking. And it was early in the morning, and Starlin ain't working right now, so he's out walking. So I don't know if he's looking for cans so he can buy some more beer and liquor. I don't know. But he was out and about. Matter of fact, I want to say it was that day him and his boyfriend went to McDonald's. And he was on the Biggo with Clue. Now all of a sudden they're fighting, but that's because Clue's under alleged management of K now. I don't know. So exactly, we don't want to see Lynn naked, but nah, I don't want to see it either. Clue working and getting himself together, and Lynn is hating. Exactly. Because Lynn lost his job. And then Lynn gonna try to hate on Clue the other day when Clue was talking about his job and how much he gets. And Lynn gonna say, well, that's not a lot. And I think you're saying he gets $14 or $15. That's a lot when you come from not having nothing. And you probably don't even get that at McDonald's. Lynn, for all we know, been feeling himself. He was on live dancing and having a good time reading them down. You know, everybody gets their time to shine, and this is Clue's time to shine. I never had nothing against Clue. I've done a couple of videos on Clue, but it was never really trying to drag his name, and I don't try to drag no one's name that I talk about in the circus. I only really talk about what's coming from the horse's mouth. You know, I don't even try to assume. I try to let you guys listen to what is coming out of the horse's mouth and leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? But these people are a trip. OMG, last night, Clue was cute and funny. Yeah, because he was all looked like Kay must have did like a makeover for him. Style Lynn's on him and his boyfriend's on live now, boyfriend eating some food. Listen. Can y'all hear it? Oh, okay. Well, anyways, he's on Biggo with his boyfriend or husband, and the boyfriend's eating some food. He's always eating something. Clue, he's on not Clue. Starlin is on Biggo. I really don't listen to him. He ain't saying nothing half the time. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's just crazy. Ooh, child, honey. Make no sense. Well, it's gonna be a whole bunch of mayhem in Bedrock because Alvo's about to get out. Crazy Chicago's gonna try to do his big one. Shamar is definitely gonna be on standby. like my phone got a mind of its own or something. I remember when Clue was on live with Shamar and he just started going off on Clue. Right. I remember one time Clue was trying to rap and trying to do something, you know what I'm saying, with Shamar, you know, like a collab, and Shamar was being rude to him then. So I said, I don't know. It's just crazy. Make no kind of sense, honey. These folks is crazy. Hey, if you like it, I love it. If you like it, I love it. How I look at it. I'm going to be coming back on here today. I don't know what time, so I'm not going to give a time. I'll be able to figure it out better when I get off. And I'm not. Let me see.
And see what happened.
I wonder where Clue's living at right now. Is that his new apartment?
What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning, people. What's up?
Right, cutie pie. I saw that too. Clue was just hurt.
How y'all doing on this Thursday?
He's another one. He needs to start smoking that blunt. Where is he living at right now? Shamar went off because Clue was talking to one.
Is Maya taking new clients?
Oh, Clue told me about a month ago he was living in North.
Yeah, I don't know.
In a different state, not yet. Said he is working on getting him.
Answer the phone, just done. He calling. Y'all a trip. Hey, Lady B,
Oh
what's
my
up?
goodness.
What's up? Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Oh, you got some long dreads.
I'm sorry. I need my hair retwisted.
Oh, I retwist too. Yours
I
Oh,
long
okay.
too. I
I
get
was
up in
just
the
on there
root.
with
Move to
oh
another
yeah, it's
state.
long, babe. On the
Oh
field.
yeah, and they the
You wanna
right
see it?
size. See if I could get my hair to grow back, girl, I get me some
It's
locks.
right there.
Oh, good. It'll
I
have
would get me
I
some
was just
damn
on
locks.
live with Shakana child. She act like she wanna
With who?
Shakana. You know Shakana?
Oh yeah, I don't do
Tiny
her.
best friend? You don't do
Yeah,
her?
they ain't best friends now.
She
Tiny
just
stuff,
like really played me
and
like she
that's
act like
why,
I wanted to eat her pussy or something, bitch.
Oh, God. Here we
and
go
that's
again.
I
why
want
every
to.
time we go live, we bump heads.
Okay, let me get up off here because these people, I'm telling you, I sometimes can't stand my own kind. You're on a public platform and you're talking like you're on your phone. I just don't like that. Turn off. Ugh. Like, beat it. Don't nobody want to hear about what you allegedly said Shakina or Shakana wants to do to you. Keep it to yourself. Ooh, child. Folks is crazy. And Clue works 3 days a week and any work after overtime. Okay. So he's doing good for himself. He's doing good for himself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, honey. That's how I look at it. Hey, Crafty Fee. Hey, SO. I didn't know you were live. Can you I've been just chilling, Crafty Fee. Can y'all put a Y in the chat if you received your notification for this live? Just chilling and minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Staying away from these crazy folks. But then again, not caring if I be around them. Because if they want to drag me for filth because I'm telling the truth about them, then hey, let the games begin. Okay, good. You got your notification. Lavita, hi, sweetie. So I'll be back on here at I don't know what time. Let me not even say I was about to guess. But make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you hit the like button and the replay game. If you're just now coming in, you might want to start up from the beginning. Leave a comment down below as well. Spam up the comment section with your thoughts of this GoFundMe and getting rid of what is it, Starlin. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah. Mwah.